Okay, welcome back to this episode of the podcast. I don't know what to call this, so I'm just call it a podcast because I'm stupid. And I'm here with a special guest. Introduce yourself, special guest.
Hello, I'm Kylie. I'm a friend.
It's a
I was
girl,
asked to come
guys.
here.
It's a girl.
Yeah.
I totally did not force her to appear.
No, no, no,
100%.
no.
Don't worry
I was
about it.
just asked, and I'm just like, I bet. So I'm
No.
here. I'm a real person.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far.
We've met in person, dude.
So,
I'm a physical person.
how do I know? How do I know I'm not a physical person? Yeah,
I'm
I got
pretty
you
sure
there.
I've shoulder checked you at least once.
Probably have.
I know I have.
It's probably
I've
done.
shoulder checked a couple of people.
Everyone has at some point.
Chad being one of them.
He deserves it though sometimes, so.
Mike does too.
Everyone deserves it, okay?
You know, it's fair. That's really fair.
That's really how it is, so.
Roses are red, violets are blue. Don't always be like that, but sometimes it do.
Perfect. Alright, now we're on to the poetry section of this podcast.
Oh,
It just
I
is
wasn't
how it
prepared
is.
for poetry. I can go find some.
No, don't do that. That's a bad idea. It's waiting for something to happen.
It's waiting for something to happen?
Maybe.
Huh.
You ever think of that? No.
No. I'm not smart.
But what if you are?
I don't know. My
Yeah.
freaking college apparently doesn't understand that.
No one understands that anyway. Well, just is
I
what
had
it
like
is.
an 11 email conversation with a bunch of faculty members today from that. It was just an absolute nightmare.
Good. It shouldn't have been a thing in the first place.
No, and I'm expecting more emails on Monday. Because
But
how
like
do
it,
you just skip a kid in graduation? Like, you're in the commencement book. Like, your name is right there, black and white. But you don't put their name on the video for everyone to see.
I don't know. They're stupid. I don't know.
No offense, but it was made by a guy. So,
Yeah, stupid. I mean, I'm really not joking. That's just what it is.
I don't think you're stupid if it's any consolation.
Eh, wouldn't be the first time.
That's fair.
Really wouldn't be. I have no idea what I'm doing at the moment. I'm just trying to fix this stupid error.
Is it still reading?
Yes, it's really dumb.
Are we still, like, going, or?
Apparently.
Hey, if it's... We're still going, and it's... But if it's going and reading anywhere, what's gonna happen?
I have no idea. We're about to find out though when I do this. Okay.
We're gonna find out. We're hitting buttons until it works.
Huh.
At this point, we're about to lose besides time.
You're right. I don't know. What is it? But this is. I wonder why I can't change this. No idea. We'll just have to go with it. If it freaks out, it'll freak out. Doesn't matter. Maybe just talk a little quieter. It might be just that. I don't think so either, but no. Thing's stupid. I don't know. According to this thing, you are, so. Puggies. Alright. Now that I just freaked the hell out of everyone, here we are.
On strings and shit, you can actually make that, like, creepy, like, kind of sound. Because if you look on the strings and shit, like the violin or viola, you can do it with cellos too, probably double basses.
Wee woo. Wee woo. Wee woo. Wee woo.
You're just watching it freak out.
Yeah, I am actually, but no, it's an inside joke, but
Not an inside joke yet.
not yet. It will eventually. It's all right though. If it's overloaded, it's overloaded. Who gives a shit at this point? I don't care. I don't know how to fix it yet.
If it works, and that's what counts.
Exactly. Oh.
I
Oh.
hope no one's in the other. Okay, wait, is anyone actually in the other server? No.
I can't check at the moment. Stuck in one
I
preset.
hovered over it to see if anyone was in like the chat or anything, and no one's reading it.
There shouldn't be. We're not in there. No.
Hey, end of the semester is upon us, so everyone's probably gonna fall off the face of the freaking planet.
I already did so when we were in the semester.
I know Sean did.
Yeah, he died. I don't know if he's still doing stuff, I think.
How?
Teachers let him go late. Because some of them are nice. He said Drew screwed him over, though.
How?
He said that he only attended 6 of the 8 classes that he was supposed to attend, and he got screwed because that counted for participation points and made him go from a B to a C.
Well, yeah, you missed like so many classes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was there. It can definitely attest. Not to mention, there was one day that he decided to stream. I don't know what he was streaming. I think it was like Valorant or whatever. However the fuck you
Valorant?
pronounce it. Yeah. He was streaming during class and he posted it in the chat, like on the Discord.
I know. I don't think he saw it though. Maybe he did. I don't know.
I don't know, but our client ops professor is in that server.
I know he is.
And I really freaking hope that he saw it, because that would be flippin' hysterical.
Pretty funny as hell. Why the hell are you streaming during class? At least if you're streaming, don't post about it.
Seriously. Especially in a server with Drew in it.
With 2 professors in it. And he has both of them. Both of the professors he had.
He had Greg too.
Yeah. And he showed up for like
Never, met Greg.
he showed up for like 4 classes. I'm over at the very end.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know.
Mike and I were actually talking about that, and we're like, I don't know if he's actually gonna pass the class.
You got a C, so.
But never there. I actually got a better grade than Mike. I was a 93.
Hell yeah.
I didn't miss a single class. And Mike's like, I missed 4. I'm like, well, I didn't miss any of them.
Get screwed. Fuck you.
Greg.
Now I'll explain a couple things. So,
Okay.
for Kylie, because she doesn't know anything, but just for people in the audience. So YouTube released a thing called COPA. It's for kids protection. And the reason why I'm starting to swear a lot more is because I'm trying to protect that from that. Obviously, I have not enough subscribers to make money, but eventually I'd like to, and I don't want these videos that I make in the early days cost me that. So, I think it's just a big deal that we should start swearing more often. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to get demonetized like hell, but that's okay. Who cares?
Tomato, tomato.
I have a Patreon, so who cares? Which, thank you for that. Kylie is the Patreon king. By the way, I thought to mention, it's every month, just thought to let you know. So,
Yeah, I know.
okay. Just making sure. If someone tried to do it, someone was gonna do that and realize it's every month, so
Yeah, it's not like a single thing.
I wanted to make sure. I could have made it that way, but I don't know, it's their,
It's like so much work.
that sounds really stupid for the person, so I just thought work, but yes, I have a Patreon now. You can subscribe to it if you want. If you don't have to, but It would be very appreciated. We'll make these.
Check us out.
We'll make it. It will make these videos a lot better. Like I said, I'm trying to save up for a capture card so I can use it in my new computer. Hopefully coming soon. Plus stream with my PS5. Hopefully. This damn thing's been in the hopefully. So I think we can talk about that. I think we can talk about it at least because you are now a part of the Master Race, PC Master Race. As I say, I have a PS5 right next to the damn system, but it's okay. So I'd like to talk about my specs that I created with Digital Storm. Now, the reason why I went with Digital Storm because I knew we have the GPU shortage, and I know we have the CPU shortage, and I know we have a lot of other stuff that's going on, causing havoc in the gaming community. But I knew Digital Storm always got their first hands because they're a business, they require it, so I thought to go with them. So I created a computer that I think will be really good for streaming, also be good for gameplay, also be good for recording, and maybe editing once in a while. Now these videos are unedited because I really don't care. And I like unedited. You can hear me scuffle, you can hear voice cracks, because I think that's more human, and you know, it's nice to always have a human side to humans. It's really nice. Yeah, we make mistakes, so I think it's always good to just, you know, hey, he made a voice crack. You can laugh about it. You can laugh at me about it. I really don't care. But yeah, so my idea is just try to improve my setup. So what I did was right now is what I'm using is a Intel i9 or i7 9700F. So it's not overclocked, it's not the K version, because the K version decided to quit out on me because yay Intel. But I got a replacement, so luckily they replaced it for me. How nice. Probably because my landlord is high in Intel, so he can do that for me. But so I also have, yeah, can you replace my CPU please? Thank you. He did, yeah. So which is super helpful. It also has 32 gigabytes of RAM. It's DDR4, of course, because I'm not a pleb. And it's at 3200 megahertz. It's just some Digital Storm performance. The new one has Crucial Ballistics coming. It also has a GTX 1660. It used to have the 1660 Ti, but again, that one also cracked out on me. And goddamn, it was the hardest thing to find, a 1660 that wasn't $3 million. But I found one. I found one on eBay. I actually knew the guy somehow. I don't know.
Craigslist or something.
No, I don't shop at Craigslist. But I thought about looking at Facebook, but they were offering like $800 for it. I'm not having that. So I went to eBay, and I talked to the guy. I somehow got really close with him for whatever reason. We just talked. So I got him to go down, and I got it for $300. Now, yes, it's still a lot for a 1660. It's a lot better than paying $800 like he requested. But it was a 1660, so who cares? So the idea that that's my original PC. It's really good for gaming, of course, because it's Intel, but it's not really good for content creation. Because like I said, right now I'm recording, and it's right now at 24 CPU usage when it's usually at 2. Yeah, it's not meant for this. So I decided to build a new one with Digital Storm. This one will be including the Ryzen 9 3900X. So that's 12 cores, 24 threads, overclocked to 4.2 gigahertz at a base clock of 3.8, I believe. I think it's 3.8 gigahertz. It'll still have 32 gigabytes of RAM, but it will be Crucial Ballistics, and it will be 3600 megahertz. It will have a RTX 3060 Ti, which is why it's slowing down because I bought that, and a bunch of other stuff that no one really cares about. But that's really the specs. I'm hoping that this computer, first of all, can take advantage of the monitors that I'm buying for it, and also just be really nice to have. It'll be a lot quicker, stuff like that. But the problem with this was, so I ordered this computer February 18th. It was in stage 1 for 2 whole months. Moved to stage 2 in like April, and then it moved to stage 3 shortly after that. Now we're here in May. So they said in April, I called them because, I want my computer. I paid for this in full. It cost me almost $3,000, and I still don't have it. It's been 5 months, and I still don't have this computer that I paid $3,000 for. But I get it, it's alright. So, but they said, when we went to stage 3, they said it would be an early May ship date. Well, now it's early May. I still haven't been shipped. It's still in stage 3. They promised stage 5 by Tuesday. Still in stage 3. Hopefully maybe we'll move to stage 4 tomorrow, and then it should continue on. Because once it hits stage 4, that's where it really builds. They actually, right now, all they've done is gather the parts and put it in a bin. That's all they've done. It's taken them 4 months to do that. So, the problem is, with it, so I found out who's in front of me. So they build it on who orders their computer first, not who gets their part first. I really think they should do that. It would be a lot better. It'd make me and a lot of other people happier, because they don't have to wait on, like, this guy. This guy, I've learned in front of me, has, like to... Yes, this guy is a Y, just Y. He has ordered 2 custom water-cooled 3090s. All custom water cooling. Which all the custom water cooling takes a lot to build, and he also asked for 2 3090s. Why the hell do you need 2? You don't really even need 1. That's overkill like hell. But whatever. It's obviously an... He could be doing that. Or he could be doing like graphical design. It's for business or something. That could be done too. But obviously it's a lot expensive, and they want that computer first because that's, what, $12,000? A computer? Mine's only 3. 3 to them, that's 4 times the amount. Who cares about me? Well, I care about me, so I want my computer. So I'm hopefully working on them. I really wish that I can get more concise. Like I said, I got a personal email telling the ladies put me high up priority, but I'm still not prioritized. So, like I said, I just want it. I don't want to keep calling every week asking, hey, yo, you said it'd be ready by now. Where the hell is it? I'm getting bored of it. Like I said, I'm part of PC Master Race. I'm seeing a lot of people getting their graphics cards, and I'm over here in a 1660. Now, obviously, I'm better off than most nowadays, but for someone who's trying to do content creation, also do a bit of work on the side, it's very much necessary. So, it's kind of just, okay, you kind of have to deal with it. But it works for now. It does its job, so I'm just afraid it's going to blow up or something and rip that, so that's why I want a new computer now. It'd be funny though. I sell it to Sean for $600 and he buys it in one day. It blows up. Not my fault. It's your fault. But whatever. Well, I think that's the end of.
I share the specs of my computer, but I don't know them because I was handed this computer.
I think you have a 1650. I have no idea. It's not as good, but it was just hand-me-down parts, so we'll eventually upgrade you soon enough. But like I said, your piece. I mean, already you can play Minecraft, so.
I can run Minecraft and
Spotify at the same time. Doesn't sound like much, but what she came from, is a lot. It's like playing on a Chromebook, but worse and worse. It was really terrible. I hate slow computers, especially when you're just doing schoolwork.
My Dell made me homicidal.
I wanted to kill someone when I heard about her. Like, it was so slow. What was it, 1.8 gigahertz? It was like the slowest CPU ever. I mean, I get it. You got it for free. Who cares? But I do. I'd say get that shit out. Let me get my actual computer. So my phone's better than that, although that's not saying much. It's an expensive ass phone, so it's just funny as hell. I like how my phone plays 4K at 60 hertz.
Your phone is worth more than my life.
My phone is better in every way.
Literally.
It's a joke, but we gotta say it's joke, promise, joke. It's not, but it's joke, definitely joke. But no, it's way better than my laptop. and my computer now. It plays games at 4K.
I don't even use my laptop anymore.
There's no need to, so screw that damn thing anyway. So that's my
Yesterday.
for
Watch the graduation on the TV, so my mom and I could watch it.
yeah.
I wish I had.
Yeah, how'd that go?
It was rough.
Did you see my part at all?
No, I bounced.
Okay. Good idea. We're gonna keep it that way. They told me, so what they did is they filmed Carmen's, who spoke the she spoke the poem that I created, which I think it was a great poem personally. I don't write poems very much, but I wanted to be included, so that's what I did. But they told me to just stand there, so I stood there for like 10 seconds, and I looked like a complete idiot. Like I didn't do anything. I didn't do like anything.
You were the freaking part of it.
I didn't even graduate. No. I find that funny. Now, for people who didn't, like, get on the video, but graduated, yeah, no.
That was me.
Rip to them.
Talking about me.
I am, and I'm talking to you in, like, a third person, but also in the first person. I don't know. But, yeah, you got shafted. That's quite bad. But, let's continue on with this rant. I'd like to talk about customers. Woohoo.
Oh my god.
So, I do a side job at Giant Eagle. So, it's a Giant Eagle. It's a little chain store here in Western PA. And, it's just like a normal store. It's like a Walmart, but smaller. Like, I'm thinking like a Giant or a Big Lots. Something around that size. It's a supermarket. It's not like a hyper quad market district Walmart.
It's not like a super Walmart.
It's not like, it's just like a small store. Small grocery store. The customers there are 50-50. So you got some nice customers. Like I said, I had a lady who bought 2 Heath bars for me. For free. Because I was just there doing my job. And I did I do a pretty good job. Even though I get paid fuck all at that job. I put my heart and soul into that thing. Because, you know what, it's cool. I'm doing something to help them. I've heard a lot of people say that I shouldn't be there because I already have other stuff that I'm doing. Why do I take up the job? Because I like to have a normal fucking life once in a while. That's why. So, but the problem is customers. Look, if you go into a grocery store, don't be rude to the cashier unless he or she did something to you. There's a couple of people that I would be rude to if I was a customer, but that's because I know them well enough to be rude and it doesn't matter. But
Biggest middle finger.
please be nice to us. Like I said, we're only human. We do make mistakes time to time.
We
You know.
we respect people.
Exactly.
Respect your retail workers.
Exactly. We are here to do your stuff. If we weren't here, you wouldn't be able to buy your groceries, so please be nice and don't be a dick like everyone else that comes through my fucking line. First of all, put on your damn mask. My god.
Your nose, people.
That too. Stop having your dick out. Okay, now that I'm screaming that, that's excellent. I hope no one hears that. But, please, put it on. I'm tired of telling people to put it on. They put it on for like 2 seconds and they take it back off. Like, what the fuck? What's the point? Put it on. It doesn't require much. We wear it for 8 to 10 hours a day, at a time, in a row. We wear it constantly. You can wear one for like 30 minutes. It's not hard. It's not hard to breathe. It won't kill you. Now, I get it. Sometimes, you know what? There's a lot of people saying it does fuck all. I get that, and I understand that. But just put it on anyway. Like I said, PA is going to full capacity at June 1st. Does not mean you can just take off your mask, okay? Does not mean that. Please be courteous to us. I have family that I'd like to visit, but I can't if I get COVID. I can't visit them. They're older people. I don't want to get them sick. Now, another thing I'd like to rant about is people who got vaccinated. I'm one of them. I have my vaccination card. But I'm still wearing a mask.
I haven't gotten it yet, but I do plan on it.
You should, but the thing is, so I got it. I got the vaccine. I'm not going around not wearing a mask. I still wear my mask because that's not the point. The vaccine helps your body to attack the virus. It doesn't completely make you immune to it. It just attacks it. It makes you a lot less. You get a lot less symptoms, and they're a lot less strong or strength or whatever, or a lot less harsher to the body. But it does not mean you can't just wear a mask. Like I said, I had a lady come through one of my coworkers' lines who literally said, "I'm vaccinated, I don't have to put one on." And I walked over to her, showed her my card, and said, "Hey lady, I'm vaccinated too, but I'm still wearing a mask, so put yours on." Fuck's sake. I didn't... I swear, just put one on. Okay? You don't have to put one on outside. I don't care about outside. You can do whatever the hell you want outside. It's outside. You're gonna catch a lot worse diseases outside anyway. But the problem is just put one on. I'm tired of kicking people out of my line. And I'm tired of getting in fights with customers about it too. Like, stop fighting about it. You're not gonna... We have a policy here. If you don't want to wear your mask, I have the right to not check you out. And I will use that right to my full advantage. Okay? So please, put a damn mask on. And do it properly. Exactly. State's mandated. Exactly. I'm just telling you what I've been told to do. Now I have to take a drink because I've ranted hard enough. But...
I work in social service, and to even step foot in our building, you have to have your mask on, and to even get back into the offices or even pass our security door, you need to wear the mask and you have to fill out a COVID screening form. If not, we will not let you in. We will not help you.
Exactly. Just put one on. It doesn't matter. You're not gonna die.
I promise you, as a science major, you won't die. I promise you.
You will not die. It won't happen. If you're going to die, I'd be dead 6 times over. So, but just put it on, please. I'm tired of telling people. I've now come up with a passive-aggressive way to tell people to put a mask on without telling them to put a mask on. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to point at them and say you're a bad person and walk away. That's all I'm going to do. That's all I'm going to do. I'm not going to tell them you're a bitch or swear at them in Russian like I normally do. By the way, that worked. I did it once. I went really harshly too.
It's a great story, by the way. I've heard that story, and he's...
But I did it again tonight because they were being just complete dickheads about it. They were wearing a mask properly. They were just being really dick about how I bagged their groceries. So, I bag them the way I want to be bagged. I bag the eggs and bread together because, eggs are pretty fragile, so is bread, so I bag them together. So you have the soft products. I put your milk in a bag, I put the food. I don't like to mix, species. I'll mix, pork chops and, hamburgers because they're on their own they're on their own packaging. You can do that.
Package certain things together.
Now, of course, if they're leaking meat juice everywhere, I'll obviously bag them separately, and I bag chicken separately as well. I also bag seafood separately. One guy got really angry at me for doing that. He wanted everything in a bag, and I told him about, hey, I can do that. I'm okay with that. And I did that. And then, when we got to that, and he's like, why did you put this all together? And I'm like, sir, you told me to. I wouldn't do that. I would normally put the chicken by itself, put the pork and the steak together, because that's what it's supposed to be, and I'd put your lunch meat by themselves. Unless you tell me otherwise, which you did. You told me I can put everything together. So I did that, and he said no, I didn't. So I just kind of calmly said, you know what, it doesn't matter, just bag them yourself. If you want your specific bag, just bag it yourself. We have an area, you can do that. Just bag it yourself. Stop being a lazy dick and just do it yourself. But he just kept going on about it. He would not let go. So I just said, I'm not going to repeat it here because I went really harshly. But I basically just said, stop being a stupid cunt and bag your own damn groceries. That's all I said. But I said it in Russian. Because if I said that in a normal English voice, I'd get fired because I called a customer a cunt. But I didn't do that. I did it in Russian. Because who the hell knows Russian besides some people that I've met who are actually Russian? And we've actually had conversations in Russian. So it sounds like we're doing foreign languages while we're actually just having a normal conversation to other people. And he had no idea what I said. And I just told him, if you want to know what I said, bag your own groceries. And he didn't, so he never gets to know what I said unless he listens to this. Which if you do, stop being a dick and bag your own damn groceries. Another thing I'd like to rant about. People putting stuff they don't want in weird spots.
That's so annoying, like even as a shopper.
We had one person who didn't want their chicken, the rotisserie chicken. So in Giant Eagle we have a hot foods cafe. Another thing about that. I'll get onto that later about the beer and stuff. That pisses me off.
That's an even worse fiasco.
But the thing that we have, so we have a hot foods. We have a place that you can buy your chicken, you can order stuff. It's great. There's actually really good food. I'm surprised myself. It's actually really good. The funny part is that, you know, when we go to close up, I always look around the registers to make sure everything's, you know, not being where it is. Well, one night around 8 o'clock, I'm looking around, I'm doing the coolers. So we have pop coolers, I've locked them to make sure they're all there, so when you grab it, you grab the first bottle, you don't have to dig into it to grab a bottle. You know, it's really unnecessary. So I do that, and I look under one of the registers, and there's a rotisserie chicken under there. It's been under there for 6 hours. Someone just stuffed it in there and just didn't say anything. Just give it to us. We get it. You know what? You can't afford it. I understand that. I've been there. I have personally been to where I couldn't afford my groceries because I just didn't get paid enough. I did that. Now I don't do that now because I have an own job and blah blah blah. But I did that at one point. Just give it to us. You know what? We'll say, okay, thank you. I will definitely say thank you. I don't want to go on a scavenger hunt for your lost chicken that you stuffed in a register. There's been pieces where I found cheese in the coolers, which thank you for putting it in a cooler. I guess that's kind of nice. They put it in a cooler. But I'm tired of finding these stupid things. I have to go on a scavenger hunt every time I do go backs because people don't give it to us. There's so many things that I just have to go find that I just don't want to. There's no necessary. Just give it to us. I don't like people putting... I like how people put stuff in like weird places and they see me looking at them and doing it and they don't care. Like, come on. Just give it to me. I actually tell them, just give it to me. Come on. Stop being like... It's way easier. First of all, we can get it back into the store. We can get it sold. We can make money on it. With a rotisserie chicken, we couldn't make money on it. It was cold.
Honestly, you can make some like really stellar rotisserie chicken sandwiches.
I mean, you could, but it's cold. And it was also the organic one, so it's the expensive one. So it's the one with the handle that's like $10 because it's organic. But yeah, that was $10 wasted. It was made in like, it was made at 9 in the morning, and I found it at like 8 o'clock at night. It was worthless. There's just nothing I couldn't.
Thirsty.
Oh. It's just not fun. Like, please, just put one on. Just put your mask on. Give us just stuff that you don't want. Don't place it in weird things where I can't find it.
We will not be upset with you.
And read signs. So, we have signs all around our alcohol that says, stop here. Purchase it at the cafe. You cannot go up to the registers and purchase it. It is a state law. We can argue about it all we want. It's a state law. Because you cannot have alcohol being sold by minors, which minors work the front registers. You cannot do it. It is illegal. It is illegal for minors to even touch alcohol. Exactly. So go back there. You know, sometimes they're not there. Ring the bloody bell. There's a bell there for a reason. Ring the fucking bell. It's there for a reason. If not, come to one of us, but don't bring the alcohol with you. We're not going to serve it. We're just going to tell you the exact same thing and call them up. Just don't be a dick about it. Look, there's plenty of signs. They're like, well, I didn't know that. Well, you didn't choose to read the damn sign. There's a billion of them everywhere. Like, we have 6 of them in that area. And it's a really tiny area. Like, I'm going to start printing signs out myself and stick them on each register saying alcohol cannot be purchased here. State law.
Just go to the freaking distributor. It's easier.
Just do that. It's so much easier. Like I said, the reason why we can sell it at that place at the Hot Foods is because it's considered a cafe. Which means we can get a restaurant license to sell alcohol. We have to go through a whole weird process to get that license to sell it up front. And it's just not worth it. You're going to have a lot more problems.
That nobody has.
Yep, and you're going to have a lot of problems. Because now you're going to have minors selling people alcohol. And now they can just go back and... Yep, you're going to have some problems. So, it's just bad. So please read signs. Also read signs when you come up to the express. We don't take more than 8 items or 12 items. No, I will sometimes if we're busy. You know, wherever it is, just read the sign. Like sometimes I'll take you. You know what? If we're really busy, I'll take you. I will take the order because you know what? It's busy. But don't come at me at like 8:30 when I'm on an express lane with a bazillion items for an 8 item or less register. Just because you don't want to wait does not mean I'm going to take you. Now, I will anyway because I don't like telling people no.
I'm bored.
Yeah, that too. But I just don't. See, I'm different to other people. Other people do it differently. We have a lady that hasn't been working there for a while, but when she does, she's going to cause havoc for the rest of us, including me. But when she's on Express, you bring more than 8 items, like 9 items, she'll freak out about it. She's like one of those people. I'm not. I don't really care. But I do care when there's other options and you come to me first. I don't like that. I'll tell you no. There's too many items. What I also don't like... Here's another thing I find funny. So the people that have big orders that come through my line will split up the orders to make it 12 items or 8 items, which takes forever. At that point, just do it all one order. I've had someone who do 8 item orders because they had over the item list and they just said, I have a couple orders, and it was just 8 items. I actually counted. It was 8 different orders of 8 items. It caused a huge backup between my lines, and managers starting to get pissy about it. You don't want to get pissy with my managers. There's 3 managers you gotta be scared of here. I won't really name drop because it's not good. We're gonna call Tall. So we have one of our managers. We'll name him Smith. We have Smith. He's a little bit creepy. What I mean by that is he'll come up really close to you and talk to you. Like really close. Like the 6 feet law just completely goes out the window with him. It's 6 inches. Basically. Actually, it's like 6 millimeters. Like I can hear kinda. I can hear what you're saying. But he also doesn't talk much. He always appears where you don't want him to appear. It's just really, really dumb. It's like come on. Just don't do that. It's really creepy. And he also buys like $100 of lottery tickets every day. He's one of those too.
That's why you're working at Giant Eagle.
Apparently, yeah. So, but I don't really like him that much. He's a good manager. You know, he does get into a lot of confrontation, but that's because he's a manager, and that's what they do. But we got another one. Name him Bob. He's kind of big, but he can run you over if he wants to. And the reason I like Bob for a couple reasons. One, he actually gets his shit done. He actually does managing work. He'll actually block items, block the end caps, actually help out at the registers. He actually does work. We have another one that's just the store manager who operates all the store. But Bob is my favorite. He always does his work. He's really helpful, and he's also really nice. He understands when stuff goes wrong. Like we had a joke where he couldn't really hear that well because it was a lot loud, and he was forgetting that items shouldn't be in bags. And we actually kept count. It was 1-1 at the end. Because I forgot once to tell him, and he forgot once. But it was just that. It was like a friendly thing. He's actually a manager I can talk to as a friend. Mr. Smith, I can't talk to him. Nope, we can't talk to as a friend. It's really hard. Sometimes we can, but it's really hard to get to a conversation with him without fucking up.
It absolutely depends on the person.
And also, Smith is a really control freak. Like, if you were, like, sitting around for, like, 5 minutes, you've already done all your work, but you're sitting around for, like, 5 minutes, he'll tell you to do more work. Like, it's really annoying. I did all my work. I should have time to relax. There's no customers. Why should I be doing work? I did all of it. And he'll tell you to do more. Yeah, literally. It's so dumb. The other two managers are really nice. There's one manager that does the front end. She takes care of the scheduling stuff. She's really chill.
She's
Like,
HR.
yeah, not really. No. HR. I don't see the HR person at all. Like, you see her like once. Yeah, that's probably a good thing. You really don't want to see the HR person coming your way.
No, not really.
Now, sometimes I'll see her, like, when she's shopping and stuff. She'll actually shop a lot at Giant Eagle, which is, I guess, good. So, and you'll see her occasionally. But, yeah, you don't want to see the HR person come out. I've never seen her come out, so that's good so far. But I'm waiting for the day when I see it. I'm hoping it doesn't happen to me because I did some dodgy thing with a girl that I liked. We'll get to that later. Actually, we won't. That's a personal topic. She ain't worth it. She belongs to the streets. Quite literally.
As a female in the species, we ain't worth it.
Oh, thank you for...
We ain't worth it.
Hold up to your...
Overgrown cats. Just get a cat. Can't talk back.
Although you can't... Although you can't screw it with legality, so that's the one problem.
Yeah. That's
So,
the only downside.
only downside, yeah. That's the only downside.
As a taken person, too.
Yep. Oh. But I think that's the end of my rants for the week. I think I've done enough rants for the day. For the year, probably. Actually, probably not.
We'll probably end up running again sometime soon, because that's just how we operate.
Do that next week.
Oh my gosh.
But no.
Social services in the mall of the county. And we have people coming in to help with unemployment because they are backlogged so freaking bad. And everyone's like, why am I not getting paid? I personally don't know, but maybe I can ask someone who might. And they'll get like angry with me, and I'm just like, no thank you.
Now, what's the point of getting angry? I don't understand that either.
It's not gonna make a company faster. It's literally not gonna make a company faster. It's literally, it's the state. I don't control the state. I'm just here. I'm just gonna take your information as someone who might be able to understand what's going on. I'm gonna take notes of what they're saying to me so I can tell it back to you. But I have no control.
Yeah, we've had people like come to me asking for like the weird stuff that I don't know where it is, so I'll go ask. I'll like tell them where I think it is, and if it's not there, I'll actually go ask and see what they say. But some items are so weird that even the people that stock don't even know where it is. And that's where I'm like, you're kind of screwed. We probably don't sell it if we don't know. Oh, but it's kind of like Just don't get mad with me. I'm trying to do my job. I'm not even supposed to be back there half the time, and I'm trying to work. But today was just too chaotic. We had too many people. We had no one back there in like our meat department, and there's a huge line, and people are like, "You work here? Get back!" I'm like, "No, I have no clearance back there. I'm not supposed to be back there at all."
No, I can literally just walk back.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I know they just called them. I don't really know where they are. And he's like, can you go check? And I'm like, they'll be here. I don't know where they are, so I can't really check.
2 seconds.
Yeah, give them a little bit. I know they just called. Okay, they're gonna probably call again in 2 minutes because that's how we are. But they'll be back there. Okay, just cool down. Cause I'm over there doing go backs. Because our last night's last night's coordinator decided to not do them, and we had this huge cart that the morning decided not to do them. So it's gonna be nuts. It's not gonna be a lot of fun. But so I was doing those, and people are like, "Where is this? Where is that?" So I'm expecting the normal questions like, "Where's the peanut butter?" Aisle 16. "Where's the bread?" Aisle 16. "Where's the hot sauce?" 3. "Where's the beans? What are you looking for?" Kidney beans? 4. What are you looking for? Like black beans? That's 3. With the taco,
Baked beans.
that's 4.
I just happened to name a type of bean.
Yeah, that's 4. Like that stuff. No, they asked for the weird stuff. Like, where is cucumber sauce for gyros? The hell? I don't think we sell that. I'm thinking it's either near.
Sticky.
I'm thinking it's either near the ranch or probably in produce. I think it was in produce because the guy actually found it, so I'm thinking it's in produce. But I asked, and I'm like, "Hey guys, you know where the cucumber sauce for gyros are?" And he's like, "Check produce." And I told him, "Check produce." And he's like, "Where's produce?" And I'm like, "It's just over there." Because
Other side of this conversation, dude.
I had other stuff to do. I was just doing go back, and he's like, "You work here?" And I'm like, "No, I don't work here. It's not like I have my name tag and my Giant Eagle work shirt on that only people that work there get the shirt. I don't work here." Like, it's pretty obvious I work here. That's pretty obvious. It's like, why? Why? I like the, so, this is gonna be a weird segue, but sometimes we go out to eat with like my family and stuff before I go to work. And one day I was with my mom, and we went to Kohl's. And I was back in the shoe department because I was looking for new shoes, looking for new work shoes, which I found them, luckily. But I was looking back there, and a lady came up to me because I was wearing my black Giant Eagle shirt, and Kohl's was wearing their black shirts for work. You can kind of see where this is going. And she's like, "I came in here yesterday looking for these shoes," and I'm like, "Okay." Because I'm trying to be helpful. We're not at Giant Eagle, we're at Kohl's. But I'm wearing my work shirt. I'm gonna work there. Or I'm not gonna work at Kohl's, but I'm gonna work in like an hour. I'm going to eat. But I was at Kohl's to look for stuff.
Got it.
And I was in the shoe department looking for shoes, which I bought some. Didn't buy them at Kohl's, I bought them at Dick's because they were cheaper. But
Really money.
yeah, basically. But she was asking me where these things are, and I'm like,
Ma'am, I don't work here.
I didn't say that. I said, I kind of did the head movement where I looked down at like my shirt, and she's like, "Oh, why didn't you just tell me that?" And I'm like, "I was trying to help." I think it's that way. And I pointed in the right direction, so hell yeah.
I can get you in the general direction. I don't know where.
I don't know what you're talking about. So yeah, word of advice: if you work someplace, don't wear your work shirt out places. You're going to get asked where stuff is, and you're going to get embarrassed when you don't know where stuff is.
So one great thing about where I work is because we don't have like a set uniform. We have like a style. It's just business casual.
I want to wear business casual, but I don't let me.
My work pants, like I have like super nice
No
and not,
women.
like, diff.
No women's attire has pockets. It's a lie.
I actually got a raincoat the other day, and it has like some really nice deep pockets, and I am now obsessed with it, and I will wear it absolutely everywhere I go.
Even when it's not raining?
Yep.
Okay. Good to know.
Because it's just like a lightweight jacket.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't wear jackets anymore. I don't get cold. I don't get cold. Like, I'll complain about getting cold, but I won't do anything to help with getting cold.
And you're like, no, I'll just complain some more. I'll just run
Like,
my mouth.
no, it depends on with my hands. My hands are really bony and not fatty. So I do get cold on the hands. So when it's like snowing and stuff, I'll complain about it and put some gloves on. But I'll go outside in like a t-shirt. And I know it's cold and I should probably put on more layers, but I'm not going to complain about it until I complain about it. But that's just kind of...
Day to work, I was dressed thinking, oh, it's like Halloween today. I'm gonna wear like something nice. No. And it was cold, but I looked too great to take off the outfit.
Yes, I agree. Wednesday was pretty freaking cold. I cleaned my car on Thursday and it was still cold. It was sunny and cold. It was not very fun. It took me 3 hours to clean my tiny car.
You have like a little like 4-door.
I do. It's really tiny, but I love it, and it's my favorite car, which is kind of saying something. I own a bunch of different cars. Exactly. And my favorite car is the grocery getter. Reason why... Okay, a lot of people ask me this, and there's a reason to it. So I own a lot more stuff than people do. I'm a lot more wealthier because I just got lucky, basically. And I drive a lot nicer cars. We've talked about this in earlier episodes if you want to go back to that, but I'll give you a short view here. I do a lot of work with cars due to their safety and stuff. So I get to test drive and own a lot of really nice sports cars and supercars and that stuff. So a lot of people ask, why don't you drive them? Well, yeah, and they're also important for the world because people are buying like these Vipers and stuff and they're killing themselves, and I'm here to stop that. I want to make sure every car is safe, but it's also really fun. So that's...
Like to go vroom speed and forget about safety.
Oh, I do that anyway.
Go vroom speed, at least be cautious of safety.
Oh, I do. I only do vroom speed if there's no traffic.
Or cops.
No, I don't care. I'm friends with most of the cops, so
That's right, I really
I don't really care. But I drive a lot of nicer cars, but I don't do it when I'm out at work or out in public. Reason one. First of all, it's a big standout. You have a lot of these kind of, general, generic cars, and then you got this nice, let's just say for example, a C8 Corvette.
That'd be nice to see.
First of all, everyone's going to be taking pictures. Everyone's going to be asking questions. Sometimes I'm with family or friends. I don't want to be asked constantly, the first question I always get, you look young, how did you afford it? Some people say my dad bought it for me. No, I bought it for myself, but it's just, like, I don't want to be talked to. I'm driving that car because I feel like I want to drive the car. So that's why I own this Honda. I own a 2017 Honda Civic EX, 4-door and white. That's it. That's what I drive the most. That's what you'll see me in. Reason why, I like to hide. I don't like to be asked questions. If you're going to ask me a question, you know what? I'm okay with someone coming up. I want to take a picture of your car. It's a cool car. Okay, I'll take a picture of it. I'll even talk about it if you're nice about it or you just want to learn some information about it. I will do that. I'm more than happy to do that. I'm really passionate about cars, and I will do that. I'm not happy with people asking me the dumb questions. Like, how did you afford it? Money.
Does it matter?
Like, but how does it... It doesn't matter.
Title, why does it matter?
Yeah, you didn't buy it. I mean, some people ask me, how did you pay for it? Because I want to buy one. Well, I usually tell them I just pay for it in a check or cash. I usually do cash, by the way. I don't like doing checks because sometimes checks can bounce for no reason whatsoever, and it gets really messy. So I just do cash. Any payment I do is in cash. I still make cash payments today. Yes, I have credit cards, but I still make cash payments as much as I can. So I just bought a gift card. I'll pay in cash if I have the cash, of course. So that's just how I am. I'm a little old fashioned in that way, but cash is easier to do anyway. 'Cause there's a bunch of it. So I pay most of my carbs in cash. Now, yes, that would be a lot. I come in with duffel bags, but it's still cash, nevertheless. It still looks cool. Looks like I'm doing a bank heist, but I actually have the money with me as I'm entering the bank. It's kind of weird, but
It's completely legal.
yeah, well, at least to my knowledge, it is.
Hey, if no one ever, if you haven't been told, no, you're okay.
No one has questioned it, so.
You're good.
But that's a little insight. So, and people are then when I talk about what I do, and I don't like saying what really I do, like specifically. I just test the safety of cars, but I test in the high performance area. There's a lot of people that do regular cars like Hondas, Toyotas, those stuff. I kind of go for the more faster products because I'm qualified to do so. Which means I'll be driving your Corvettes, your McLarens, your Ferraris. I'll be driving those. So, and I'll be testing them. I'll own them for a week or two. This is basically what I do. I own them for a week or two, and I take them out in the night or the early morning. Mostly the reason why is I just don't like being seen in them. And another reason, I feel like I can open it up a little bit more and not get in trouble. And the other reason, what I kind of mentioned a little bit earlier, is I am friend with most of the cops. Reason why? Because most of them are my friends before they became cops. Which is kind of ironic. It's kind of ironic. I'll get pulled over just because we're friends and we know who we are and we'll just pull each other over because fuck it, it's fun. But so they know what I do and they've told other departments that this is what I do, and you know what, they usually allow me. I know I've gotten some dicks before. I've gotten some new cops that don't know about it, and then they will pull you over and they'll be like, sorry, you know how fast you're going? Yeah, I was doing 130 and a 60, and he's like, yeah. He's like, you know that's reckless driving. I'm like, you know you can't ticket me, right? I'm in a government plated car. You can't ticket me. And he's like, huh? And then I have this little card. Now I'm not going to show anyone it because it has a bunch of different details that even I shouldn't know, but it gives me a card that basically says, fuck you can't pull me over, or ticket me. Now you can pull me over just because you want to pull me over. Now I've gotten a lot of people just pulling me over to say, nice car, can I get a picture? I have done that before. You will see that on YouTube channels, and you'll see that here. And you'll hear me talk about it. It's kind of funny. I've had an old guy. He wasn't old like 80s, but he was like a 60-year-old cop. He was fit for 60 years old. I'm really surprised. And I had an old C3 split window Corvette. It's a 1963 C3 split window. It's a really nice spec. And I was driving it just to drive it. It was kind of nice. But we were doing testing with it. So some company has decided to mod this C3, and they wanted to test it to make sure their parts are stable enough for commercial use. If they aren't, they get sued, and they don't want to get sued. So that's why they hired me. And the fun part about, I don't think it was a 63. It's some model, I don't remember. It's just a C3 split window. I was thinking about it. I'm like, insert year here. But the fun part about it, so this guy pulls me over and he's like, nice car. I'm like, thank you. And he's like, you know what your speed you were doing? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, oh, I see the plate. And then we just talked for like 10 minutes. Since he's a little older, he doesn't get hit on like the car chases and stuff. He just is more like, he sits there and pulls people over if they're going too fast.
Standard stuff.
Yeah, but he doesn't do like the whole high police chase foot runner, so he didn't get really called on that. Which is why he can chat for 20 minutes, like I did. So we're chatting away, and having a good conversation. He took a photo of the car. We talked, and then I said, "You know what, sir? I'm sorry, but I have to be on my way to do something." And he's like, "Okay, yeah, sure, I understand. You know what? I should probably post back up." And I'm like, "Yeah, you probably should." But that's just it's just
Thank
how
you
it
for
is.
the conversation.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for the conversation. It's respectful. I like talking about my cars. It's just I don't like being bombarded with questions. Now some questions will be from little kids. I don't mind that. You know what? They're little kids. They see a sports. Yeah. They don't know any better. They see a nice sports car. They talk about it. No, that's fair. I have gotten people that this looks like from GTA, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I can see that. First of all, what the fuck are you playing? Fucking GTA, 8 years old, but that's not me. I'm not a parent, so I'm not gonna question it.
Besides the point.
That's besides the point. I played like Doom 3 when I was like 4, so that's nothing. But
Some people's kids.
Doom 3 is the very violent. Well, it's very violent anyway, but
Yeah.
it's a violent series. So, but it's kind of like just I like being asked. Just don't ask a lot, and I don't drive them very often, so you really won't see me. But it is nice. Now I've had a lot of people try to race me, and they've always lose, just because it's my driving style. Even when I'm in my Honda, I will drive fast. Like I'm like stupid. Like why the hell are you doing this? It's a Honda. Drive slow, get 40 miles to the gallon, do that. I still get 30 miles to the gallon driving like a maniac, but it's just my driving style. It's how I
Some
drive.
people just have a lead foot.
I don't have a lead foot, I just drive. The car is meant to be driven, I just drive it really hard. Like really harshly. But I know it can handle it, so. And it's a Honda. But that's my car. That's what I drive constantly. I just like hiding. I don't like being. Because here's what's gonna happen. Like I said, if I go to Giant Eagle, first of all, the most expensive car I've seen there was like a Tesla Model X. It was the most expensive car I've seen. If I show up in like a McLaren or something, first of all, I'm afraid it's gonna get dinged. It's not my car. Usually, when I'm testing it, sometimes I'll buy it
Usually.
once I test it. Usually, so the problem is when I do that. First of all, I'll have to park in the back, which I don't even know if they allow that. That's where the trucks, like the tractor trailer trucks, park. So I'm asking for trouble already when I drive the car. And you know what? If someone dings it or even lightly scratches it, that's thousands of dollars to replace the paint. Well, on a Honda, it's a ding. Who cares? It's a Honda. It's a car. That's what it's meant to do. But with like these more expensive cars, I care about it. So, but a lot of my a lot of my driving style and a lot of what I do driving wise is made for like I'm pretending like I'm driving a really expensive car, but it's also really stupid fast, which my Honda is not. But I act like it. Which another rant is coming up. Kylie won't know anything about this, but the car people will know. CVTs. Oh boy. Yeah, we're gonna talk about this one. I hate CVTs with a passion. So CVTs stands for continuous variable transmission. It's like an infinite gear. It basically just keeps going the speed. The problem is,
Up and downshift by itself.
no. This is the
So
one.
it has to be a manual.
Nope, it's not. It's an automatic, but it doesn't shift. It's a continuous gear. That's what it
So it's
stands
just
for.
stuck in one.
Yep, it's like stuck in one gear. So
Like
some
almost being in like neutral or something.
basically. So that means when you're going like 50 miles an hour and you're continuous to accelerate, it doesn't shift. I actually have to shift for it by letting off the gas and letting it go to another gear before I go again, because it will just sound like it's revving off the rev limiter constantly, because that's a continuous variable transmission for you.
Yeah.
And I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate the fact that I have to shift for it and it's an automatic. I don't mind that. I love driving manuals. And I'll actually, it's another thing. I've had people hop in my car and they see me, even though it's an automatic, I like to move the stick around. It's just muscle memory. I'm thinking it's a manual and I'm trying to shift for itself. Sometimes works actually, so I'm thinking I'm doing something, but I'm really not. It's just, I don't like the transmissions. I get it's cheaper, it's an easy thing to put in. Please just put an automatic in. I'd be much happier with an automatic that actually shifts and doesn't try to kill itself every gear.
That would be great.
It's stupid. But, whatever. It is what it is. You can't do much about it. Oh, I think I've ranted at cars enough. I've explained everything enough. I've done my part. Let's actually get to some topics and questions. Done an hour so far of just rants. Hopefully you got your hour of rant done, right?
Sometimes you just need a rant.
You need to rant more, Kylie? Got stuff to rant about? While we get it out of the way? So we actually have things.
While we were doing this, I got an email from Dr. Thompson, the dean of the school.
I was like, who the hell is that? I've never heard of the man.
Chet Thompson.
Okay.
He's the dean for the Bass school.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll
That's-
probably run into him at least once.
I was like, that's why I've never heard of him. I don't do bass. I'm STEM more, so I'm more.
No, it's the school, the Business, Arts, Science, Technology school.
Oh, yeah. Then I'll probably run into him. Fuck.
You'll run into him at least once. But he's like, because I had that ridiculously long email chain of them trying to figure out what the hell happened. Because I was supposed to graduate last night for preference, and I watched the video and everything. We mentioned this earlier, but
I was waiting for it. That was the whole point. I was watching it. I knew no one in that freaking entire thing. I had no idea who any of those people were.
yeah, I was waiting for my name. I was gonna take a picture of it. I was gonna send it to my grandfather, and I was gonna send it to Mike. And I was gonna
Fuck Mike.
I'm actually glad he must have like passed out or something. But
He
I'm
passes
glad
out anyway. Stupid.
You have no.
I have exact idea. Cause I used to be like that. I used to be a person that just fall asleep for no reason.
It's because his sleep schedule is just so screwed up.
Why doesn't he fix it though?
I don't know.
Right now,
I asked him like, Mike, you want to go to bed? Like,
fuck
you
no.
wanna go to bed?
It's 4 in the morning. I want to play games and drink beer. That's literally what.
Sleep. Start fixing your sleep schedule. It's like, okay, Kyle, go to sleep pretty soon. I'll go to sleep. I promise.
No.
I randomly wake up in the middle of the night and see he's still up. I'm like,
Bro, go to sleep, you motherfucker.
it's okay. I promise. I'll go to sleep soon. Then I was like,
Sleeps.
whatever.
There's a lot of emphasis on soon there.
Yeah, and I'll pass out again. And then I'll wake up at like 5 o'clock in the morning. And at this point, I have no idea what's going on. I don't know who I am. I go on Discord because he must have like messaged me or something. And then I see he's still up.
Like, bro.
At this point, I don't call him Mikey because he hates it so much. I just want to ask him, Mikey, honey, what are you still doing up?
Get your bitch ass to sleep. Bro, I can't do that anymore.
He'll still be up. Like when I actually like get up. And he'll pass out at like 10 o'clock and I'm in like the middle of my work shift. I'm like, Mike. Girlfriends are like cats. You have to give them attention.
You don't have to have a guy to do it for him. It will be really weird and awkward for everyone. Trust me, it will. It will get to this. We're gonna be in this situation. It will happen. I'm just telling him this now before he gets. Well, he's not. You know, if he does get pissy with me, I'll just kill him. So, not literally, but I will. I will hurt him.
Being busy. Like I completely understand being busy. And I know I'm not the center of anyone's world. I get that. I don't care. But like
Show sleep,
and sleep at night.
please.
For those of you listening, I'm a biological sciences major. I just got my associates. I can tell you that sleeping during the day will completely screw you over. Sleep at night. The way society runs is you need to be awake during the day.
For the most
so you
part.
can get stuff done. And you can sleep at night. Usually, it's better to sleep at night anyway, because there are no good shows on TV. Trust me, my mom and I watch a bunch of different shows. We're actually binge watching the originals right now. And it's just go to sleep. Go to sleep at night. It's way easier.
It is a lot easier, trust me. Like I said, I used to have this weird schedule where I was training, and I'd get up at 3:30 in the morning every day. No hesitation, 3:30. And that messed me up pretty hardly. But I did that for a long time. I did that for 3 years. I'd go to sleep at 11, get up at 3. Every single time. Now, I'll go to sleep at like 2 and get up at 10. Now, sometimes I'll mess people up, and I'll definitely mess my family up because I'm now,
I mean, that's still like 8 hours.
It's 8 hours, but the problem is it's now at 10 o'clock where I should be doing stuff. And I'm still asleep in bed.
Yeah.
See, but usually I'd go to sleep now, and I'd get up at like 3 in the morning. Because that's just how I am. I somehow, for whatever reason, the less sleep I get, the better I am at everything. The more sleep I get, the more tired I am. So I try to balance it out if I can.
I was asleep the other night, and I don't know if it was just spite or what, but I was arriving.
Yep. The body is weird how that works. I can get like 2 hours, I can get like 30 minutes of sleep, and I'll be flying for the next like 12 hours.
Oh, the crash is so awful.
I don't crash very often.
I do because I have such chronic fatigue, so I'll just like pass out.
See, I won't pass out very often. What will happen is I'll start seeing signs, like I'll start going like, my head starts getting really heavy and stuff, and then I'll know, you know what, it's time to sleep,
Get
so.
like a little bit dizzy.
Not like that. I'm saying like where you're, like, when you're not really doing it, but your head will start like tilting forward. And it'll just do it. It would do that on like on its own. I know I'm really tired. I'll go to sleep. Unless I'm at work, then I'll still go to sleep because fuck work. But
I almost took a power nap at work the other day. Like,
people have done that. They've slept in the break room for like 10 minutes.
power naps.
But I can't take naps anymore. If I take naps, I'm not gonna be able to sleep. It messes my schedule up.
And I can just fall asleep in the closet.
That's a
Like,
strategy. I want to.
It's a lot. Only two, maybe 3 people have the keys. So I could just sleep in my closet, and no one would bother me.
That's a
It's
strategy.
off because I couldn't get anything done.
But I can do it.
I could take a nap.
Fair. By the way, this could be a weird topic, but if you buy a Honda Civic, they're really good to sleep in.
Honestly,
I've missed a
cars.
I've missed a couple classes because I fell asleep in my car, and I didn't wake up for.
Those ones?
I missed calculus a lot, partially because I skipped half of them. It's so boring, but it doesn't matter. They don't count participation, and I did my work, so.
Yeah, if you got your work done, that's all that matters.
Really, but one
You actually
time
had a better grade in that class than I did.
I got it by 1%. I'm better than you in every way by 1% in calculus.
No, I'm like an 85, I'm an 82.
I'm an 86, so screw you. Mine's closer to a 90 than yours is, so.
Yeah,
The funny part was, so all of my friends who are in college they now got their grades, and they're all getting their grades, and we're all talking about it. So I got 3 A's and a B this semester. My one friend got an A and a B. He only took 2 classes because he just hopped in randomly in the middle of the semester because the school screwed him over and didn't put him in the classes until like 8 weeks left in the semester. So he did like 6-week classes. Yeah. He's going to be full-time next semester, so. But you'll. I don't think you'll know him. We went to Hopewell. Apparently everyone in Hopewell knows each other. Like, it's really weird. Like, it's really scary. For whatever reason, everyone in Hopewell knows each other. I mean, I guess that's good you went to Hopewell, but.
A lot of people are like that in, like, the Beaver Falls, Blackhawk area.
Hey, people
Like,
know me.
everyone knows each other. It's like, oh, I know this guy that knows this person.
I'm not like that. P.U. Cyber, you don't get that ability. But there's reasons why I did that. I traveled everywhere. I wanted the ability to not take 3 years off of high school to travel, so I just did a cyber school. It's so much easier. And it prepared me for the pandemic. God damn. I was prepared. I was ready for it. I already knew what Blackboard was like. I was ready for it. Everyone else is like, I hate this. So, I was ready for it.
Cyber school was awful.
I already had 5 years of experience. Count me in.
I bet.
So, it was hilarious. People are like, I hate cyber school. And I'm like, I love it. What the hell you mean?
I was used to it.
It was the best part.
I mean, I liked going on campus and everything because I had a job at the school and I loved it. I would always freak people out because they're just like, what are you even cleaning out of those beakers and test tubes? I'm like, good question. I don't know. But I can get them sparkling clean.
Chemicals and that can blow your face off.
Yeah. Like, we were organizing the chemistry closet one day and I happened to open this one cabinet. And I look over at my boss, Jared. I'm like, Jared, what's this? He's like, Kylie, can't you see that it reads chloroform? I'm like, why do we have chloroform? He's like, we used to use it in experiments. We don't use it anymore.
Why the fuck do we... Oh, hell yeah. Can make chloroform... I know how to make chloroform gas. Don't ask me why.
It's on a need no basis and y'all don't need to know.
Exactly. But I know how to make it, so... So
If I
funny.
ever need it, I'll let you know.
Okay.
I mean, need it sooner rather than later.
This is true. But, no. It's kind of like, I don't really care. The only problem I don't like about cyber school, it's really hard to pay attention. Especially with me, I have a 3-monitor setup, so I can have the class on one monitor, the actual, like, page for school on the other monitor, and then YouTube on the third one. And be like, hell yeah.
Mike would do. He would have, like, Blackboard going on one. He'd have Discord over on the left. And he'd be doing something in the center. And I'm like, are you not even paying attention? He's like, no, I'm talking to you. I'm like, good, because I'm not paying attention. I'm talking to you too.
Screw class. I mean, it didn't matter. A class that I hated going to, I did the best in, so...
What was that?
Public speaking. So the thing is, public speaking, you're supposed to be doing speaking in public. We just did speaking in your room on a camera.
Yeah. I took public speaking while the campus was still open. It was like the fall semester before everything went crap. And I got a really good grade. I did my speeches and everything, but I'm so socially awkward. Sometimes it depends on who I'm with, but it was so rough. So rough.
Huh.
Like anyone in person who's ever met me will know my first interaction with everybody is really, really awkward.
It is, can confirm.
Exactly. And I'm not doing it to be like rude or anything. It's just new people, trying to get the vibe and everything.
Scary sounds. I mean, yeah, I feel it.
It just doesn't work the first time. So if you ever meet me in person, I will be a little awkward. I'm sorry in advance.
It's the girl with the purple glasses. Okay.
Yeah. I have purple glasses, and apparently I'm not the only one in the county.
No, you're not. I have a friend who has red glasses. And I also have a friend who has blue glasses. They're not blue lights. They're actually meant like your same...
Yeah, like they have the
Yep.
color filters on them.
Yep. And then here I am, the blindest person on the planet, who has everything all in one. I have every single glass thing you can get. I have blue light filter. I have transitions. I have the most toxic and harshest lens ever. Like a lens that can make up...
This is like an inch and a half thick.
Yeah. I can make a perfectly 20/20 vision person blind with my glasses. That's how strong they are. Like, it's impressive. It's blurry, you can't see shit. But I can see every single. But that's just me.
I have 20/20 vision and I still can't see.
I want 20/20 vision, but here's the problem. I don't at the same time because I think I look weird without my glasses. I also look weird as hell without hair, but I like having no hair, so it's kind of just, well, it is what it is. I mean, I don't really care. I'd rather have short hair so it doesn't get in my eyes and stuff.
Yeah, I have bangs. Like I have like the straight bangs, and if I don't trim them, they'll just stab me in the eye over and over again, and it's so annoying.
I mean, it happens. Oh my god. They do have a plushie. Oh my god. Hell yeah. Sorry, someone, so the game that I play is coming out, so they made a trailer for next week's update for the season, and they have, and they've, in the trailer, they had Baby Fallen, which is one of the enemy types in the game, that looks so freaking cute that the actual game creators made a plushie of it, and I'm buying one. It's the cutest thing ever.
Check your DMs, by the way.
Oh, okay. We can end it relatively here. I was wondering what was that. I saw one. I'm like, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, I think this is a good introduction. Still a good time, so.
Yeah, and I will definitely be back.
As always, because I'm boring and no one else likes me. Alright, perfect time to end.
Thank you for having me. It's fun.
No problem.
Maybe one day you'll have to watch us play GeoGuessr and just watch us
We'll do.
in the madness.
We'll do that one night. I'll have to be done. We'll start doing.